Well, hello, YouTubers. Reloading Bench back with you once again. And I was in another town, and in that town was a Harbor Freight. And we know that we can't just drive by Harbor Freight without taking a little peek-see. And I picked up some things that are going to be added to the channel as part of the Unisaw recondition restoration. And I've been meaning for the longest time to get a gear puller. So I'm walking into my Harbor Freight with gear puller on mind. And here we go. This was the best value in my opinion. They had, and then obviously some excellent cleaning for parts on, metal parts on the lathe and the mini mill. And because this doesn't come with anything other than the goodies, I decided to get a bag to keep all of the goodies. So when I say this was a good deal, this was $22.99, so $23 for a 3, 4, and 6-inch puller. They had a 4-jaw set, or excuse me, a 3-jaw 4-puller set, 3, 4, 6, and 8 for $40. And I'm like, yeah, that's just not worth, you know, $17 for that little bit longer puller, which now that I've not purchased that, that's probably the one that I will need. So we are going to attempt to, might as well just leave those in the box, put the box in the bag, and put the bag in the tool chest. We are going to, boy, I hope all the parts are here. We are going to attempt, and I probably need to look at the pictures because I am not familiar with this stuff. Interchangeable, so it looks like the long leg is the one that's going to be in betweeny here. And we're going to have this go on the inside. All right, so let's see if I can get this together correctly. I'll probably put the others together as well, but not on film, not on video. Looks like it's in the lower position. So again, I'm going by picture because I have no clue. And obviously these just need to be finger tight. And I already screwed up because I wasn't paying attention. I am going to need I had to take a family break, so we are back. If anyone hasn't tried these by Kirkland, we were getting the I can't remember the flavored water, and this stuff is the bomb. They have it in like a green, a red, and an orange. So this tastes like orange Fanta, but orange mango, 0 calories, carbonated flavored water. Good stuff. Okay, so I was putting this back together because I put it on outside instead of in originally. And we're trying it on this lower bolt hole first. Again, no idea what I'm doing, so, and if I have to change that, I would do that off screen so as not to bore you all too much. Harbor Freight. Some people love to hate them. Kind of like VEVOR. I'm getting on board with VEVOR. I think VEVOR is the Asian Harbor Freight. All right, so there we go. So obviously we can't do that, so we will need to get something to put on top of there, and I think I have just the thing. Let's see. Yes, we will. And I wonder if it's worth trying. Uh-oh. Now that shouldn't be binding right there. Okay, maybe that was a little... I'm sure the threading is less than, you know, wonderful. It's a $22 tool. I mean, let's be for real. Back to the whole, you know, it's Harbor Freight. So you're going into Harbor Freight knowing that you're not getting, you know, super name brand quality. Pittsburgh Automotive is, you know, another step up from Chinesium. And we might have to go to the second bolt hole, it looks like. Let's get this all the way. Oh, so that comes out. So that also screws. Looks like it screws on. So that's kind of interesting. I was thinking, you know, of filing that tip down, because what happens if you don't want to, you know, scrape your shit up? Yeah, that, I don't know, maybe we should have got the 8-incher. That's what she said. All right. So, with that all the way down, we are not going to make this. We are not going to make this. Yeah. All right, I'm going to switch these, and then I'm going to find, well, first of all, I'll switch them and see if that's long enough. Yes, we are screwed. So there's no way for me to get this to work. I will need the longer 8-inch version, but I'm not going to spend $40, another almost $20 to get that 8-inch ad, or at least I don't think I am. I'll debate. We'll be back. This is going to be part 2 of what should have only been a part 1. So if you recall, these were the 3-jaw pullers for the bearings that we picked up. Me picked up from Harbor Freight over a weekend with this cool little baggy bag. I think the bag will stay. The pullers will go. And I think I need to sign up for the VEVOR affiliate program, because I'm buying their stuff and I'm not getting any credit for it. I picked this up off of the Rainforest. Bought this to replace the Harbor Freight version. The Harbor Freight version was $22.99, and when I was at Harbor Freight, they had a 4-puller 3-jaw set for $39.99, so $40. And I thought, as I said in the previous segment, you know, it's not worth paying $18 more for the 8-inch. Well, guess what? Needed the 8-inch. That's what she said. So I was not going to, obviously I've not been back to Harbor Freight because I have not yet returned those, but I was not going to pay $40 freaking to get the 4-puller set. So the Rainforest had for $26.99, so not a lot more. You know, should have looked there in the first place, and it's our friends at VEVOR. Wow. And I will say that this is packed nicer than I thought it would be. That's a pleasant surprise. Because I will keep these little cute white boxes, not that colorblind, if they'll fit in the little baggy bag, if I put these together. So, we know right off the bat, we need this one. So obviously this is the 2, this is the 3, this is the 6, what were the dimensions? You know what, I honestly can't remember. It was 3, 4, 6, so 3, 4, 6, 8 is what I'm assuming. And we can verify that kind of quickly because, you know, that's a, so let's look at the shorty. Yeah, so this is the 3. Okay, so I gotta say, you know, I'm not going to bash Harbor Freight because I am a Harbor Freight fan. There is a place and a cost value for Harbor Freight. In fact, I just saw a video from D's, and it seems like I'm following in his footsteps with I got the lathe and I got the mill. So I'm not intentionally copying your format, D's, but I saw a recent video where he talked about 5 mistakes in your machining, lathe or milling, and one of your comments was underbuying or buying low quality stuff. And I can relate to that, and I saw some of the comments, and a lot of people do the same thing. They buy low-end stuff because you can't afford. I did the same thing with reloading. People will bash Lee to say Lee is like the Harbor Freight of reloading, and I don't agree. But Lee does provide an excellent value, especially when you're just starting out and you really don't know what the heck you're doing. And when you're just starting out and really don't know what the heck you're doing, you don't want to spend a lot of money doing that. So I put Harbor Freight in a special place, that if I'm going to do something and I need a tool like this tool, I don't pull bearings as a full-time job. I don't pull bearings hard. I've never had the need to pull a bearing. So quality's a little nicer. So I don't have the need to buy. I think the example you used was Starrett quality for, oh no, that's interesting. I wonder if this is like, something to, because I haven't read the directions. See, I was going to use this. I wonder if this is something like that to use like that. Maybe. We'll find out. Oops, didn't mean to poke that. So one of the things I did like about the Harbor Freight was the little ball that you could dull at the end of it. Harbor Freight, tough tools, half price. I mean, the casting. Let's compare the casting. That's worth a look. Let's see. Let's do the 6-inch because that's the one I opened. Okay, those are gone forever because they've just hit the garage floor. I hate when that shit happens. Fuck! That shit goes nuclear. Goes nuclear and they're lost and gone forever. So hopefully we'll find those. So I'm going to say the Harbor Freight is a nicer set of so maybe the Harbor Freights are going to be keepers. Maybe I'll go back and get that. Yeah, the Harbor Freights are much nicer in terms of the casting, I must say. I don't know which one I like better here. I said I like this because this, I want to say it came off. So it does. So this is a lot less pointy than that or that. So this is duller. So I kind of actually like this. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. Yeah, maybe I will. I think the Harbor Freight is made a little bit better than our friends at VEVOR. But for now, so we've put the quality comparison to rest. I think the VEVOR is not as nice of quality as the Harbor Freight. So like I said, there's a time and a place for Harbor Freight. And since this might be going back, we're going to open this back up. And naturally, I can't effing see it with my glasses on because I'm blind. as a bat. I will edit this out. Okay, when I'm not on camera, this is so easy to do. All right, here's the other nuts. So there's 2, there's 4, there's 6. All right, so maybe we don't have to look in the garage for those nuts. All right, I will put this together so that you don't see me wondering and struggling on film, and then we'll come back and we will attempt to do that. Back in a minute. All right, now that I'm done swearing and pissing not friendly words, I'll show you the tail end of my fucking nuts and shit going all over the place in the garage. Fuck. If it can roll away, it will roll away. That's just Murph's Law. It's just amazing how nuts don't want to get started, and you're like, WTF? What's the hold up here? Why don't you do what you're supposed to do, mofo? All right, so we are loosely coupled. The idea being we will at some point, let's just use that as a reference point. How low to go? And you can't see what I'm doing. Well, I'm just twisting the top of this. I'll move the camera in a minute. I can only focus on so many things at once. So I'm just doing that. All right, let's see how close we are. Boy, this is going to be all the way down to the limit. There we go. All right, we are at limit. And that's about as centered as I'm going to get it. All right, so that's what we've got here. Now I will get a little bit of oil, put some oil up in here, and then I'm going to get a ratchet to deal with that. And then I will put these nuts. By the way, if anybody has not seen, I didn't watch the Super Bowl, but I did see later the Dunkings commercial with J-Lo and B-Lo. Freaking hilarious. Do yourself a favor if you haven't seen it, watch it, and watch the extended version. Absolutely freaking hilarious. All right, let me get some oil. Be right back. We're back. I'm busting out the big gun for this one. All I'm going to do is put this on top here. So I'll probably focus so that you can see that. I will do, and this is set to hopefully do, and I don't know what's going to happen with all this gunky gunk shit. So we will find out. Someone will probably say in the comments, you're not supposed to use oil with bearings. I have no idea. First bearing pull in my life. Oh, maybe it's supposed to go this way. Yep. And I don't have anything to grip onto. Maybe I should lock this into. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put this. Actually, no, I'm not. This really doesn't matter. I'm doing this for the sake of learning. But I don't think I'm going to have enough leverage to... I don't think I'm going to have enough leverage to... I don't think I'm going to have enough fucking leverage to do this. I think I'm going to have to figure out a way to clamp that down, because I don't know. Yeah, I don't have anything. Yeah, it's just twisting. All right, plan, whatever, B, C, D. I had to get creative. Needed to lock this in. Putting this ring up here really didn't help. I'm sure I'm destroying the bearing, but again, wanted to try and remove it just for the sake of removing it. And things are moving, so let's see if I can get this off and show you the finished results. This was the level of difficulty I was expecting initially. You know, watch how easy. Let me put a glove on just to keep the gunk away. See how easy it's moving and whatnot? That was a bitch to get it off there, and it had to be from the vise. And now it'll pop once it gets after this ring. At least I hope. Or that's what I was thinking. There's just too much shit on the bench. Fuck. Too much shit on the bench. There we go. Alright. This thing just got beat to shit. For something that's that was that thick and relatively straight, and I turned it over a couple times. There's a towel. Let's see how beat this bearing looks. For all the damage or all the force that was exerted upon it, I mean, you can. This fucker's bent to shit. So, success with the VEVOR product. Thank you very much, VEVOR. I still think the quality of the Harbor Freight was a little higher, I must say. But I think one of my projects, since this particular piece of machinery is useless now, because it will no longer function. And I did see online where somebody suggested to grease your threads, otherwise you'll chew them up. I think that's a good idea. A little late for me, but mission accomplished with the bearing. Not that I will do anything with this. I think it was just a goal to, one, try to pull a bearing, because I have a funny feeling with the unisaw that I will be needing to pull a bearing. And I don't know, maybe I'll clean this up on the lathe. Put it in and clean it up to just be a showcase piece. Showcase piece of broken technology that I can't do anything with now. So beast came in handy. Hands hurt dealing with this, dinking around, but persistence pays, and leverage. God, without a vise, I don't know how anybody could do anything without a vise, honestly. All right, good stuff.